Yo, welcome back to another video. What's going on? Why is Forza on PS5? It's like an Xbox game. My got a homie named Luke. He loved playing Forza. He had got Forza 4. I don't even know when that game came out. It had to be not too long ago. But he stayed on Forza, Need for Speed, all them race car games. He's a race car guy. Well, not a race car guy, but cars. He's into cars. Anyways, let's get right into it.
Yo, what's cracking everyone? Eric Ship 111 here. Now, as we all know, Forza Horizon as a series initially started as an Xbox exclusive.
Right.
From Forza Horizon 1 through to Horizon 3, the games were only available to play under the Xbox platform. Then in Forza Horizon 4, this was when things started to change. For the first time ever, gamers outside of the Xbox and Microsoft ecosystem would be able to enjoy the series, with the game officially launching on the Steam platform in 2021. However, this pales in comparison to Forza Horizon 5 launching on the PlayStation 5 in 2025. Just the thought of Forza Horizon on Xbox's direct rival console is something totally unimaginable even just a couple of years ago. But here we are. I'm super happy that more players get to experience this series now. However, are the two versions of Forza Horizon 5 the same? Well, not exactly. In today's video, I'll be highlighting all the major differences between the Xbox and PlayStation's version of Forza Horizon 5. Just quickly before we begin, I'm giving away 4 more Nissan Retro Rides car pack for Forza Horizon 5, one for Xbox, one for Steam, one for PS5 if you are in the Americas region, and one for the PS5 for the Europe region. To enter, it's simple. All you got to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and write down in the comment section below which Nissan Retro Ride car from the DLC car pack are you most looking forward to driving, as well as your gamer tag and specific platform you want the code for. The winners will be announced on my channel in the next 48 hours, so good luck everyone, and I will have plenty more codes to give away soon. Starting off with number 1, PS5 Pro Advantage. So when it comes to Forza Horizon 5 on the Xbox Series X and the standard PS5, graphically speaking, if you're playing on performance mode, which means you'll get the full 60 frames per second at the expense of less foliage density out in free roam, they're both pretty much identical. The same goes for quality mode, where more foliage density is present at the cost of only running 30 frames per second. However, with the PlayStation 5 Pro, this is where things get interesting. Full shout out to Digital Foundry for doing a thorough research on this. I'll put a link to their Horizon 5 tech video down in the description below if you want to check it out. But what they discovered was that even if you play on performance mode on the PS5 Pro, the foliage rendering closely matches that of the foliage displayed on the standard PS5's quality mode. And remember, since both the standard PS5 and Xbox Series X performs almost identically, this means that PS5 Pro users actually get the best of both worlds. On top of that, should PS5 Pro users decide to play on quality mode, which still only offers 30 frames per second, there is one major advantage over Xbox Series X users, and that is ray-traced self-vehicle reflections on your own car out in free roam. As someone who only has a standard PS5 and Xbox Series X, I watched Digital Foundry's video and I was saying to myself, my goodness, is the PS5 Pro actually the ultimate console to be playing Forza Horizon 5 on? Number 2, adaptive triggers. As someone who has played Forza Horizon 5 on a controller for years, I was very used to the Xbox controller and how their triggers work. Whenever you accelerate or lose traction, the right trigger vibrates, and when you brake, the left trigger vibrates. Combine that with the haptic feedback from the controller, it feels like what is overall quite an immersive experience. However, with the PlayStation 5, the DualSense controller features adaptive triggers, meaning that an extra layer of immersion button can be translated towards your fingers anytime you drive a vehicle. The difference in tension between the accelerator and brake triggers are very noticeable, simulating how real car pedals work. Now, from my experience, and I did mention this in one of my previous videos, the only thing I didn't like about the adaptive trigger was that the brakes had two sets of resistances. The first 0 to 16% pretty much had no resistance at all, then anything after, that's when it felt like pressing a proper brake pedal. It kind of felt like having a loose gear shifter on a manual car. If only there was a way to remove just the first 16% of the brake trigger's feel, then I would thoroughly enjoy playing Forza Horizon 5 on the PlayStation 5's controller more. Number 3, car clubs. So in the Xbox's version of Forza Horizon 5, players are allowed to create or join a car club. Now these car clubs allow users to organize car meets, share photos, interact with each other beyond the game itself, as it is something that is heavily integrated into the Xbox group feature. Not only that, any player who is a member of a car club will have a unique club tag next to their name, which they can represent anytime they are in multiplayer. You can also take on other car clubs where the total amount of accolade points earned between all your club members will determine how high your club ranks in the leaderboards. Also, if you are a player who enjoys some internal competition, anything that includes a leaderboard in Horizon 5, such as rivals, PR stunts, the Hall of Fame, you can also filter the leaderboards to club only to see how you stack up against your other members. It's a nice additional feature to have, but unfortunately for all PlayStation players, because car clubs was first designed to integrate with a primary Xbox feature, car clubs just simply doesn't exist. In fact, if you're playing Horizon 5 on the PS5, there are no traces of this feature at all. Even when you crossplay with someone on Xbox who is in a car club, their club tag will not even appear. Number 4, DLC cars and content. So throughout the life of Forza Horizon 5, many collaborations have been made with huge names that even PlayStation users get to enjoy. Collaborations such as the Universal Icons car pack, the Fast 10 car pack, and even 2 Barbie edition cars which can be purchased directly in the auto show using your traditional in-game credits. However, there are 2 special collaboration cars and 1 Forza edition car that PlayStation users will never be able to get. The first is the 1932 Ford Deluxe Forza Edition. This special pre-tuned Forza Edition car, sporting a unique livery, was only available for anyone who purchased the special Forza Horizon 5 limited edition Xbox controller. On top of that, players would also unlock 2 exclusive items for their in-game character that PS5 users also won't be able to obtain, and that is this Color Pop t-shirt and the Color Pop emote. The next car is a collaboration with Oreo, and that is the 2009 Pagani Zonda Cinque Roadster Oreo Edition. This slightly pre-tuned Roadster includes a special one-off Oreo-style livery and could only be obtained during the month of January through to March of 2023 for Europe players who purchased the pack of Oreos with an Xbox logo. And the final car, perhaps the rarest car that even many Xbox and Windows players don't even have, and that is the Ford GT OPI Edition. As you can see, this car looks rather subtle compared to the other 2, featuring a blend of orange and pink with Horizon Festival placed on the side. The car is also slightly tuned compared to its standard variant, and the only way to obtain this was during the month of January through to March of 2022, and you had to spend at least $20 worth of OPI's Spring Collection nail polish. This was certainly one of the more unique collaborations, which led to the OPI Edition Ford GT being the rarest limited edition car in Forza Horizon 5. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking: if I was to find a code for any of these cars, could I redeem it on my Microsoft account that I signed up for, and then the car will appear in my PS5 version of Horizon 5? And unfortunately, the answer is no. There's also one final limited edition item that's not available for PS5 users, and that is this Tankito Doritos outfit. This
Don't
could be
nobody want
unlocked by
that.
purchasing a bag of Dorito chips with a Forza Horizon 5 logo from the months of October through to
Yo, all the stuff we don't want is what we don't get. It's like, okay, okay, okay.
December of 2022 in selected countries. Number 5, branded decals. So this one
Oh,
isn't necessarily that big of a difference. However, if you decide that you want to paint your car and apply a brand logo, most of the options are identical. PlayStation users even get the Turn 10 Studio icon, as well as the Forza Motorsport 7 logo, which is of course a game that's not even on the Sony PlayStation platform. However, if you head over to the very right, you will see a bunch of dedicated Xbox logos ranging from the original through to the most current version. Unfortunately for PlayStation users, not only are none of the Xbox decals available as a default preset, but there's not even any default PlayStation logos as a substitute. Again, not that big of a difference, but still something worth
most people
noting.
don't put stuff on their
Number
cars.
6,
Even if I
crossplay.
did, I would
For
put the
many
stuff
games
like
that
the
feature
Lamborghini stuff
crossplay,
on the
there's
car,
usually an
Porsche stuff.
in-game option to turn off crossplay if the players want. Now, in Forza Horizon 5, in the Xbox version, there is no direct feature in-game that prohibits crossplay. It's automatically enabled. The only way to disable it on the Xbox is if you go into the console settings itself under the communications and multiplayer tab. But
So
this
there
then
is a way
affects
to turn
every
it
other
off.
crossplay game that you play, not just Forza Horizon 5.
That makes
However,
sense.
for PlayStation users, well, you guys get to have a dedicated option under the extra tab in the Horizon 5 menu where you can choose whether or not you want to have crossplay enabled. Now, I don't know if the developers gave them this option so that new PS5 players can kind of settle in with other PS5 players first, then once they kind of get used to how everything works in Horizon 5, then they can begin playing against others on Xbox and PC. I don't know. If anyone has the real answer, please share them down
I'm
in the
not gonna
comment
lie.
section below.
If I'm playing with
Number
PS5
7,
back seat, I'm
physical
never gonna want
copy.
to play with
The one big
PS5.
advantage that Xbox players will have
Unless it's
over
like
PS5 players
my brother.
in regards to Forza Horizon 5 is of course having a physical copy available for purchase. Physical media is still something that in my opinion shouldn't become
I
obsolete.
played Forza
I
on
like the idea that many years
I
down the
played with
road
you
there
and
could
I.
still be actual
I was
copies
able
of
to,
Forza Horizon
win a
5
few races
available to
last
purchase. Now
first
for those
race.
who have played this
But
series for
then
a while
after that, I
now
was like,
will know that these Forza Horizon games get
eh,
delisted probably shorter than many other racing franchises. Just last year, Forza Horizon 4 was delisted from all digital platforms, and eventually the same will happen for Forza Horizon 5. Let's say 10 years from now, someone wants to experience Forza Horizon 5 for the first time ever, and the game's been pulled from all digital stores. The only console that can provide that new Forza Horizon 5 experience is on the Xbox. Physical media, game preservation, these are huge things in gaming that shouldn't be overlooked, and I just hope, should there be a next Forza Horizon title on the PlayStation platform, that you guys get an option for a physical copy too. So there we have it guys, those are 7 differences between the Xbox and PS5 version of Forza Horizon
kind of
5.
weird to get a
Have I
physical
missed out on
copy
anything? If so,
of everything. Like you get a physical copy of everything, but then the physical, you miss one physical copy, and then that's the game that you need. I don't know. Seems overrated to me. Anyways, we gonna get out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all thought we was done earlier, and then we did another video. So don't ever think uh it's over with, cause we can keep it going, baby. Yeah, I might do another video. Before we get out of here. Let's see how many videos we done did today. If it's more than 15, we won't do more. If it's under, we might do one more. Alright, let's see where we at. Okay, we starting all the way from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. This would make it 14. So you know what we're gonna do? One more video. Nope, we can't even do one more video. The time period to do another video is over with. It's 12:05. I think it's over at one